Are you looking to change your destiny in life? Be your own boss? Start your own business? If you are, you need people who understand your needs and are committed to helping you make it happen. At DKP & Co Chartered Accountants, we are more than just accountants. We are business advisors, taxation consultants and strategists that specialise in setting up businesses. We understand the client and give them the very best customised advice and strategies to achieve their goals. Visit our website dkpco.com.au or give us a call today on 03 9023 9370. Fast, proactive, personal. That's DKP & Co Chartered Accountants.
Buying your electricity from the big energy companies is now the most expensive way to power your home. In fact, the average electricity bill in Australia has more than doubled in the last 15 years. But not for the ones who went solar. Unlike your electricity bill, the price of solar has actually come down, and there's also government rebates available. So what are you waiting for? Join the 2 million households already saving hundreds of dollars every year. See how much your roof could be making you at solarpowerco.com.au. Go solar and get $500 cash back with the Solar Power Co, Australia's most trusted solar brand. solarpowerco.com.au.
Since 1998, Lanco Group has been providing superior civil engineering solutions and advice to developers, local government and service authorities across Australia. Lanco Group is known for delivering sustainable, efficient solutions. By working closely with clients, Lanco Group is able to meet the complex infrastructure requirements for residential, commercial and industrial developments on time, on budget. Find out more at lancogroup.com.au. Lanco Group, your business partner for engineering solutions.
Are you looking to change your destiny in life? Be your own boss? Start your own business? If you are, you need people who understand your needs and are committed to helping you make it happen. At DKP & Co Chartered Accountants, we are more than just accountants. We are business advisors, taxation consultants and strategists that specialise in setting up businesses. We understand the client and give them the very best customised advice and strategies to achieve their goals. Visit our website dkpco.com.au or give us a call today on 03 9023 9370. Fast, proactive, personal. That's DKP & Co Chartered Accountants.
Listening to Calcio Talk on FNR, Football Nation Radio.
We're back for another edition of Calcio Talk, boys. Welcome back.
It's good to be back.
It is.
Big edition of Calcio Talk. And I need to mention first that my mum has been watching the program.
Oh, yeah.
And she's a big fan of Calcio Talk now. I'm not
Shout
sure
out.
if she has a team for the Serie A this season.
We'll sort it out.
I think she's a Juventina.
Oh,
she's a
then-
Juventina, yeah.
Well, then, no shout out.
No shout out. That's what it's like around here. Yes, but no, thank you to Mum for watching. It's always nice.
Also, if you don't get to watch this on Facebook, it'll be uploaded on YouTube, and check out our new website, football24.com.au, for all things media. Let's get into some transfer talk, boys. Big one overnight. Chelsea bid for Lukaku, 130 mil. What do you reckon, Ali? Is he staying or is he going?
I don't know. Look, I was a bit upset seeing the news, to be honest with you. Obviously, don't state the obvious. I'm an Inter fan. But, look, I think financially for the club, it's sort of it's hard to turn down. You know what I mean? It'll be a big injection of cash. But he's arguably our best player.
Let's do a hypothetical. 130 million euros. Who do you get? Grealish and $30 million striker.
Yeah.
Who do you get?
I don't know. Like, I don't even want to think about it, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it, personally. He's been so big for us, and I'd just be a bit heartbreaking because I know how much Inter means to him as well. Do you know what I mean? There's that as well. So there's some reports saying that ultimately it'll be up to him to make the final call, but I don't think that's true. Like I think if the right offer does come, which 130 mil is a large amount of money.
Yeah. Yep.
Ultimately it'll be up to the board. But look, disappointing from my perspective. But the other thing I don't like about it is the amount of stick he copped in England.
Yep.
For me, like personally, like if I was Lukaku, I just wouldn't go back for that principle. You know what I mean? Like you remember the memes. Like,
Yeah, of course.
his first touch, he's too fat, he's this and like if that was me, I would just say, you know what, stuff you. You thought I was this and the other. See you later.
Yeah, I was gonna mention the exact same thing. Is that he's coming now to an environment where he is the go-to man. And I think he's playing that way as well.
Oh, definitely.
Like he played that way for Belgium, he's playing that way for Inter, and watching him in Champions League, Serie A, even watching him in Euro, like he's incredible at the moment. So not only is he a very, very good player, but very, very confident at the moment.
Definitely.
An environment, as the three of us know, is everything sometimes.
Sure.
So yeah, it could be, it could be one of those where he does have that bad taste left in his mouth, I suppose, from playing in the Premier League.
But then you sort of say the other side of it, and it's like, oh, well, I can go back and then prove everyone wrong.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
A bit like a Mohamed Salah.
Yeah.
Where he was at Chelsea, didn't really get a run in, and then went to, I think it was Roma or Fiorentina.
Yeah. Fiorentina.
And then, from
And
there,
Roma,
didn't turn his career around, but just got playing time and showed his quality, and then, come to Liverpool, and the rest is history.
Yeah, exactly.
But do you think, I was thinking, Lautaro hasn't signed. Do you think if you keep both or keep one, you're going to get rid of Lautaro if Lukaku goes?
I think one of them has to stay.
That's what I think. But I think it's disappointing. Like, obviously, I'm a Milanista. I know, I'd rather them lose Lukaku and then it's better for the other teams. But looking at this, I think it's frustrating. But you've lost Hakimi, you could lose Lukaku. You're the champions of Italy, you know what I mean? For me, it's annoying that you should be building.
Correct.
You know
It's
what I mean?
annoying because we've won the Scudetto.
Yeah.
Where we should be backing it up for another season, but we're not acting that way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That's what's frustrating.
The
But
coach, I forgot, Conte, like for me, I said it earlier before the season, if Conte stayed, kept Hakimi, man, you were building for a real child. Like, I think that side was set up for a Champions League run. Because they're that type of the hardened team, can get a result, very well set up, have their outlets up top. And now it just seems to be falling apart and then with the owner wanting the players to take a pay cut and all this stuff. It's just, I don't know, it
There's a
seems
lot
like a bit of
going
a
on.
mess when you're the champions, you know what I mean?
there's a lot going on.
So it's interesting. But this is the next one. I'm excited about this one. I hope it happens. James to Milan.
I did say before, how many number 10s does this club
You can
want?
never have enough number 10.
Can never have enough number 10s. Well, I would agree, but
Yeah, no, I don't
in order to play modern day football, like you're lucky to have one.
It's true.
Yeah, true.
But I think James Rodriguez is he's a fantastic player. I think he proves it time and time again. And every time he moves somewhere new, he's always unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like guaranteed first 4 months. He was like that with Everton. He was like that with Real Madrid. He was like that with Monaco. He was wherever he goes, he always seems to play really, really well. Hopefully, he can continue that form, especially if he goes to Milan. Because it kind of fell off a bit with Everton. I wasn't hearing about him as much. Not that I watch Everton. Maybe I should watch Everton more. You'll probably cop a bit of a spray for that. The Everton fans out there, but I wasn't hearing about him as much as like in the first 4 months. He was like,
huge.
man, he's on fire.
He was.
Yeah.
And what I really like about him as well as a player is people have always said that he's too slow now, or he's too this, or he's too that, or you can't have a number 10 like that. Everywhere he goes, he proves. Everywhere he goes.
Definitely.
Quality player.
And I think it'll suit Milan as well because having Giroud, Ibra up top,
Who starts though?
Ibra's going to start.
No, in the 10.
Oh, in the 10, to be fair, but because I watched Diaz in the friendly, like last week, it was a friendly, but he looked very sharp in the number 10 role. Yeah, like very sharp. Like I was very impressed by him. And not about the opponent. Obviously, the opponent wasn't at a high level, but you could just see he would look sharp, his movement, first touch, he impressed me. So if we do get James, it's going to be interesting because now Diaz is become sort of a staple of the team. Like he's been there a season already.
Yeah.
Signed his deal. very very well liked by the other lads. So it'll be an interesting signing. But yeah, no, I hope even Giroud can get rid of the number 9 curse.
Well, so far,
Well, he
so
has
good,
so
yeah.
far. First game, first goal. So we'll see what happens. Another question I want to ask you, Ali, going back onto what you were saying, Danny, if Lukaku was to leave, who do you think would be an ideal replacement for him that's out there?
For Inter,
Who would you, I think it's an interesting...
that's a tough one, man.
Yeah.
Because Lukaku is one of those where it's like you're looking at these players are already signed. You're looking at either Cavani or you're looking at a Aguero or you're looking at a Suarez or you're looking at. It's got to be a striker of that ilk.
Course.
You would think, because that's where you're putting Lukaku.
Yeah, of course.
You're now comparing him with the best number 9s in the game.
Yeah,
I feel.
No,
Yeah,
I
no, I
agree,
agree.
100%. And I think we're reading rumours that Correa from Lazio might be linked with Inter if Lukaku leaves because of Inzaghi's the connection there. But I don't know. He's more of a wide player. If you ask
I was going to
me.
say he's a different
Yeah,
type of
he's
player.
I don't
He's
think
not
that's
filling that
that's
void,
not
no.
a one in one out type,
No,
type
definitely.
transfer.
The swap 1 in 1 out would be Immobile.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
You know, that would be the one you.
Yeah, I'd take that personally.
Yeah, Immobile. Yeah.
And 130 mil.
Yeah, I would
100%.
as well. If it was that
Yeah.
money, you
Yeah.
would in the end. At that age, because of Lukaku's age, I don't think he's not gonna come around
No.
again another 130 million.
Yeah.
So
What-
Michael Ong has commented. He reckons Everton equals Liverpool reserves.
Fair enough.
Jeez,
What are you going to say to that?
he's a Liverpool fan, obviously.
Yeah.
Just throwing some shade.
Yeah, that's great insight.
Don't mind the Michael.
Do you think Insigne's going to stay at Napoli? That's another big one. 'cause
Well,
he's
he's
been a lot of
his contract runs out
Yeah.
in June. So
back at training yesterday.
yeah,
But it doesn't seem to be getting any closer to an agreement.
There's a lot of people dodging training sessions, aren't there?
Well, I
Harry
mean-
Kane?
Big Harry Kane, huh?
Yeah. Jack Grealish is training with
Is he
Aston.
training?
He's training with Aston Villa. Yeah, he's been there because there's footage of him on. I saw a reel on Instagram where the fans are like, "Jack, don't go there. They're a plastic club. Stay here. Be a legend." You know, he's not saying anything. He's just very quiet. So yeah, it's an interesting time anyway in the transfer market. I think as we move closer to the season, I think we're going to see obviously, in the next week or so, there's going to be many more moves made.
well, talking about Insigne, where does he go?
To Milan. No, I don't know. Honestly, like, I actually have. There's been obviously rumours of him not re-signing, but I haven't heard anything of any. You hear the rumours. Sometimes he might be linked there.
Oh, there was a decent one during the tournament.
With Inter, yeah.
No, with Juve.
With Juve.
Yeah.
I can't say it happening.
they're buying
He's not
everyone,
gonna play with Maradona
No,
in his
exactly.
league, but he's not going to play for Juve.
It was a share. I think we spoke about it. We said
might
like
have,
he would literally
I don't
go
think
down
that-
the Sardi path if he goes.
Even worse.
Yes.
So yeah, even worse.
You can't play
Exactly.
for Juve if you got a tattoo of Maradona on your leg. Sorry.
No way.
That just I wouldn't sign you from Juventino. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter how good you are.
That's why you're probably not signing people for Juventus.
But it's principles. It's not all about money, though. You know? You
Yeah,
gotta have
yeah, true.
principles and. I don't know. I'll
Principles.
be a bit old school in my mentality.
Yeah, I would love if principles were considered.
Oh, as well. And that's why if I was Lukaku, I wouldn't leave.
Yeah,
Because I
Yeah,
feel
same,
appreciated.
same.
I'm loved at Milan. I've won the league.
100%.
You know what? I'd rather be known there and go back 10 years in my career and be treated like a king in Milan
Yeah.
than go to Chelsea to, I think, is another sort of plastic club. That in 10 years' time, 15 years' time, no one's going to know. No one cares about you.
Do you know what?
I'll be honest with
No,
you.
you're right.
You're also like Totti's a great example. Francesco
Exactly.
Totti.
Yeah.
You know, anywhere he goes now, he has all the money in the world, but he doesn't need it.
Ask him if he's paid for
Eat-
any dinners in
Eat
Rome.
anywhere for free. Exactly. That's right.
That's what I mean. For me, I know who I'd rather be.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, but I think Golini as well to Tottenham. Did you see that video of him and son? He was already teaching him.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Yeah. No, I didn't see this.
I can't say it on air, but I'll tell you after.
Okay, some special words.
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Good.
But apparently Ilicic wants to leave Atalanta as well.
Ilicic.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Gasperini said that they're willing to let him go because he wants a new experience.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
So,
Well, he's not got long left, does he? He's like what? He's 34, 35.
You rate him?
Ilicic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. When he scored the 4 goals against, I think, was it Valencia?
Valencia
yeah,
in the Champions League,
League. Yeah, of course.
Where,
I think he's an excellent
Where does
player.
he go? I
that's
don't
what
know.
I'm saying.
Where does he go?
Where's he going to
Milan.
What's the new experience?
Yeah, well,
Everyone going to Milan.
there's been a bit of links with him as well. That I've seen.
Mate,
But-
you're linked with every player that's shown like a bit of ability in the last 10
I read
years.
yesterday that we want to make 5 more signings to the end of the season.
5 more.
To the end of the transfer. I don't know.
But
Look,
the Milan team toward the end of the season, it wasn't bad.
no, it wasn't. I think it's
They were
because
doing very well, and then of course they fell away a bit.
course.
But still, that's the best Milan have done
100%.
in many seasons.
I think it's more for the Champions League and
Look,
the depth.
honestly, like coming from me, I got to be honest. It's good to see.
Oh,
It's good to see that Milan are making these moves and whatever.
Yeah.
It's just good for the league. It's good
Yeah,
for the league. It's
100%.
good, for the rivalry, and it's good for everything. It's good to see that these players are coming to Italy, are coming to Milan.
definitely.
Yeah, I love it. To be honest, as much as I hate to say it.
No, of
but
course.
The way I remember Milan is like 2008 with like
2007.
yeah, exactly.
I watched the
With, like-
play the final.
Did you?
Champions
Yeah?
League last night.
But I'm talking like with Beckham, Ronaldinho, Pirlo, Kaká, exactly. Ronaldo. Like they had everyone there at one
that was
stage.
a
It was
team.
crazy. As all the Galacticos just moved. They just left Zidane there. They left Zidane in Madrid. But yeah.
Please say buon compleanno to our Macron amico Giacomo Carulli from Marco. Happy birthday.
Giacomo Carulli, happy birthday. I do know Giacomo.
Do you know him?
Yes, I know
Do
him
you wanna
very
give
well.
a
He
shout
used to
out,
play at Futsalos Mount Evelyn, actually.
Oh, okay.
Very good.
Nice guy.
Happy birthday.
Do you know
Happy
which
birthday.
team I'm also for me as a teams that I'm not a fan of, but I really am looking forward to the first derby is the Lazio Roma. I can't wait for Sarri versus Mourinho. Like I think that's going to be
When is
unbelievable.
that?
I'm not sure to be honest when the actual date is, but
Have they got a fixture list out for the Serie A yet?
yeah, they
They do.
do.
Who's Milan's first game?
I think it's against Sampdoria. I think
Sam?
Sampdoria.
Who's Inter playing? Ali or no?
One sec.
Ali knew who Inter were playing before Italy won the Euro Cup.
Actually, no, I actually don't.
I know
You
that
don't know?
Roma has
Not following?
Fiorentina the first game, which is
Yeah.
going to be an interesting one.
Yeah.
We locked in the derby. It's August.
Yeah, the derby I think it's August. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
it's no good, but I think it's a midweek game.
Nah,
Is it midweek?
Monday morning.
Monday morning.
Oh, stress.
We should do a
I
lot
was
of
gonna-
reaction for that game.
I was going to ask, has Locatelli done? Is he gone to Juve?
He wants to go there, but they haven't
Because
reached an
Sassuolo
agreement.
are asking the money, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Because that one seems very almost like, here we go.
So from my understanding, Nedved's come out and said that he wants to come to Juve.
Yep.
Juve want him, but
Yeah.
now it's about reaching
And
the
Sas-
agreement with Sassuolo.
Yeah,
because Sassuolo are like, we want the money that we think he's
These-
worth.
of
And if
course.
he doesn't get that, if they don't get that, he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, then play
which I
against
think
Sassuolo,
is
yeah.
fair enough. Another one from Sassuolo that I think he deserves a move, but whether he wants to go or not is Berardi.
Yeah,
Berardi?
definitely.
I know he's been a man there, like he's the club man there, but
Uh-huh.
I think he deserves a move to a bigger club because he's very underrated in my opinion.
He had a
Yeah,
good Euro too.
very underrated.
He had a good Euro.
I know people give him stick because you know why I think people give him stick because he's not your flashy type winger.
Yeah.
Doesn't do. But you know what? For me, he's got a great first touch, great vision.
He does the
works
simple things
hard,
well, yeah.
And that's what I like
Yeah.
in him. And he's a good finisher. Like he was a bit off at the Euros, but if you watch him for Sassuolo,
Yeah, if you watch
Yeah.
your week
he's
in,
a
week
world
out.
class like foot.
Yeah.
So I think he deserves a big move.
Where's Bernardeschi right now? Is he still at Juve?
Juve, yeah.
Juve, yeah.
Will he move, do you think?
I don't know under Allegri. He might play a bit.
Yeah, but he still play out of position, I think.
I don't know. Yeah,
Mm.
it's gonna be a tough
That's
one.
the thing with him.
Well, I reckon he's got his groove back, man. After the
slowly,
Euro.
like.
You know what? Hats off to him. I got huge respect for him
Yeah, me too.
after what he done at the Euros. 'Cause
Yeah,
I was a big
100%.
I was criticizing him a lot.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
honestly-
we said he turned into a meme. Like,
Honestly, he can I say it on air? But the balls that he had during the Euros, and
Yeah.
he showed that he's a proper man. You know what I mean? So
yeah, definitely.
anyway, I think that's enough transfer talk. We'll be back after the break to talk about the dark side of football.
Mm.
Are you looking to change your destiny in life? Be your own boss? Start your own business? If you are, you need people who understand your needs and are committed to helping you make it happen. At DKP & Co Chartered Accountants, we are more than just accountants. We are business advisors, taxation consultants, and strategists that specialise in setting up businesses. We understand the client and give them the very best customised advice and strategies to achieve their goals. Visit our website dkpco.com.au or give us a call today on 03 9023 9370. Fast, proactive, personal. That's DKP & Co Chartered Accountants.
Since 1998, Lanco Group has been providing superior civil engineering solutions and advice to developers, local government and service authorities across Australia. Lanco Group is known for delivering sustainable, efficient solutions. By working closely with clients, Lanco Group is able to meet the complex infrastructure requirements for residential, commercial and industrial developments on time, on budget. Find out more at lancogroup.com.au. Lanco Group, your business partner for engineering solutions.
Buying your electricity from the big energy companies is now the most expensive way to power your home. In fact, the average electricity bill in Australia has more than doubled in the last 15 years. But not for the ones who went solar. Unlike your electricity bill, the price of solar has actually come down, and there's also government rebates available. So what are you waiting for? Join the 2 million households already saving hundreds of dollars every year. See how much your roof could be making you at solarpowerco.com.au. Go solar and get $500 cash back with the Solar Power Co, Australia's most trusted solar brand. solarpowerco.com.au.
We are more than engineers. We are more than project managers. We are more than surveyors. We are more than infrastructure specialists. We are more than planners. So, who are we? We are problem solvers, providing the highest quality service and results. We are a team of skilled professionals, focused on customer needs and outcomes. We are 23 years of industry experience, adhering to the highest safety standards. We are Melbourne, and we are right across Victoria. We are the Lanco Group, your business partner for engineering solutions. Lanco Group. We are more than you realise, and we are ready to partner with you.
Are you looking to change your destiny in life? Be your own boss? Start your own business? If you are, you need people who understand your needs and are committed to helping you make it happen. At DKP & Co Chartered Accountants, we are more than just accountants. We are business advisors, taxation consultants and strategists that specialise in setting up businesses. We understand the client and give them the very best customised advice and strategies to achieve their goals. Visit our website dkpco.com.au or give us a call today on 03 9023 9370. Fast, proactive, personal. That's DKP & Co Chartered Accountants.
Listening to Calcio Talk on FNR, Football Nation Radio.
Welcome back to Calcio Talk. All right, boys, let's talk about this.
Wait, first I just want to apologise for anyone on for anyone on the live stream. The absolutely appalling spelling
Cheshire?
by Matt here.
Sorry, boys, I don't speak English very well.
Obviously, yeah.
Anyway,
we're not all dumb.
Let's move on.
School. Anyway, continuing, as Ali likes to call this, the unsexy side of football, as it's written here.
Oh, sorry.
It's quite an interesting description, this one.
Uh,
Let's talk about all things that people don't really speak about. You know, everyone sees the glamour, the glitz of being a footballer. I don't think many people understand what it takes and the sacrifices behind what made that footballer get to where he is today. I know we've got a few stories to tell, so why don't we get into it?
Yeah, look, I think, like you just said, it's one of those things. You know, you see big players with the cars, the money, the night out. You know, it looks amazing, but really, what's it actually like for someone trying to make it? And we've all had an experience overseas. Me and Matt were lucky to do most of it together in Italy. So look,
that's already.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's a very low percentage.
Yeah,
the fact you got to do that together.
100%.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and I think, it's just interesting that, you know, we've all had different experiences, but it sort of brings us together, and other people you meet, everyone has a story. And there's a lot of things that you can relate to as well. Like we were just talking before, you're like, oh yeah, that sort of happened to me as well. How did we overcome it? It's there's sort of even though everyone has had different experiences, there's also a similar, way it happened.
There's always a correlation.
Yeah, there's always a correlation. So
I think you boys made a good point actually before when we were talking off air. We were talking about, because I know you boys done a lot of coaching, and you were saying how, a lot of parents come up to you and they ask, what does my kid, what does he need to work on? What does he need to make it overseas? And I think we touched on that. Ali, you made a good point. I don't know if you want to share, you don't have to share the particular kid, but what was asked and how you reacted and the reality of it, of how hard it is to make it overseas?
yeah, look, I don't coach anymore. I used to just for a short amount of time, but you get asked these sort of things. Is my kid going to make it? What does he need to improve on? Look, the harsh reality is like, you can train 7 days a week and whatever, but you're already like steps behind in Europe. Well, that's the reality. Like you might be able to match it to a certain age, but then it sort of drops off. I've found anyway, in my personal experience.
Yeah, sure.
And look, you can tell parents what they want to hear and all the rest of it. But there's so many different variables. It's a question like, how do you answer that? Do you know what I mean? What are you supposed to say?
I would go as far to say that you can be at the exact level and maybe even beyond it, and you still may not make it.
Yeah, exactly right.
Like that's just the way it rolls sometimes.
That's the reality.
Yeah.
And I think the mental side of it, I know we were talking before as well, boys, about it's all good and well here, well, your mum's making you lunch, dinner and everything, but then when you're on the other side of the world and your teammates don't even speak to you and you're not playing well, you might be injured, and then I remember you made a good point, Danny, is like, why do you play the game?
Yeah.
So when things get tough, if you really love the game and there's a real passion behind it, you stick at it. But if you're there just because you're solely like, I'm just trying to play, but there's nothing really behind that, you're going to give up. It's the reality. And I think that's where it's important to actually fall in love with the game before you even do anything else.
Yeah, 100%. Well, I think that's probably the biggest key in order to, or not in order, but that's the biggest key sometimes in between going a little bit further and actually seeing your potential or not.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's simply because if you're training for a secure lifestyle or to have that, the Ronaldo, Mbappe, Neymar, Messi, Ronaldo, it goes on and on, to have that kind of lifestyle, like that's great. I mean, you've got to have that bigger picture.
Of course.
You need that bigger picture. You need that dream. But you should not be downhearted if you don't get there. You shouldn't be, oh, well, I didn't make it. Because there's a number of ways in order to have an experience overseas. There's a number of ways that you can, play in different countries.
Yeah.
And there's definitely a number of ways that you can be a professional in sport. So in terms of that and thinking about that, then I feel you get tested just to how passionate you are about the sport. Like, do you really want to play overseas, or do you want the Ferrari
like the idea?
And the email
yeah,
share,
exactly,
why play
exactly.
overseas.
Because the issue is that as soon as someone doesn't offer you, $70,000 a season, and that's like starting,
Peanuts,
right?
Yeah.
Then you'll just say, oh, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to go and work somewhere else where I can get 90 or 100 or 120, and I don't need to be a footballer.
Yeah.
Why would I want to wake up every morning and not hurt yourself, but put your body through constant training, have to eat a certain way, have to live a certain lifestyle, if you can make better money sitting in an office, and some people are like that. But if you love kicking a ball and you don't love sitting in the office, then you're going to do it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we were talking about more so, is that idea that if you can fall in love with the ball, not even the game, just the ball, and then the game comes after that. If you're in love with that, if you're passionate about that, then that's going to see you through some very tough times.
Yeah, I think it's hard to explain to someone. You do have to experience the experience.
100%. That's why I'm trying to choose my words as well, because, I mean, you can go on, and it's not about a sob story, and it's not about an amazing story, but the experience is there, I feel, for people that want to push through it.
Yeah, I think we spoke about it before. One of the defining moments for me. I know this is a stupid story, but for me, it made me realize. You know what I mean? It made me realize.
Yeah.
I was 16. I was trialing in Italy, and I remember I had a nap after training in the apartment by myself. Obviously, had a nap after training, and I had gone to put my shoe on, like off the side of the bed. And as I lifted my head up, the window next to my bed was open. Like there was a draft, and it opened right above my head, and I smacked my head right on the corner. And before you knew it, I was like pissing blood down my face. And it's like, all right, I'm 16. What do I do? As a typical Italian mama's boy, I call mum.
Yeah.
Mum, I've cracked my head open. She's like, what do you want me to do? I'm in Melbourne.
Yeah.
You know, like, and then for me, it was like, all right, like, just relax. It's not bad. Dust yourself off. You're going to be all right. Like, grow up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And ever since, I know this sounds stupid, but ever since that moment when it happened to me at the time, it sort of hardened me a little bit. And you keep having these experiences that just keep making you, what's the right word?
Probably stronger, man.
Yeah, just mentally stronger,
100%.
tougher to get through. That's a little example. You know, obviously the bigger example is on the pitch and the things that revolve around football itself. But yeah, you need to go through those experiences to learn. And how do you explain that to a kid or their parent? You know what I mean?
It's like I often share this story. So people that I've either coached or that I'm close with will know this about me. But I'll share it on here too, because I think it's something that a lot of players go through, especially when you are overseas. But I'll never forget when I was in England, my sciatica. So for those people that don't know what sciatica is, it's your sciatic nerve, and it's all connected through your lower back into your glute, hammy, calf. So when that becomes tight, then your muscles are even more tight, so to speak, super tight. I could play for like 5-10 minutes. In between there, I could run, and then I'd start to feel it. Like literally, it was like dragging a weight. My right leg was like that, and I went to maybe 4 or 5 different physios. I saw the club physio, which was a guy who played with us that was helping out, and no one could really give me any kind of guidance or could share with me like, okay, go home, do this many squats, do that, stick at it for like 3 or 4 weeks. No one could say, oh, you know, you need to use this release ball or a roller. There was like, I just couldn't find anything to fix this. I played on it for like 5 months. And when I come back, I actually went to osteo, I went to Reformer Pilates, this was when I was in Perth when I come back. And then I was deciding as to whether I was going to go back to Europe or I was going to come here to Melbourne. And I ended up choosing here because I think it was a safe option in the end. But when I went back to Perth, I found out like my pelvis is shifted, so my hips were out. I didn't know, like I would have been running strange, man. It would look like I was moving like this, you know. But my hips were out. I had to get everything readjusted. I did Reformer Pilates, and literally within 2 weeks, the pain had gone. And I had to build up my glutes, build up my hamstring, build up all this kind of stuff again. When I was going through that and I couldn't find a solution for 5 months, I was living with people, but they had normal jobs. So I was in the house by myself nearly all day. And then we'd be training in the evening, or we'd train in the morning, or we'd play in the weekend. And so I saw my teammates, but also in that time, I feel like because I couldn't produce or play the way I wanted to play, and it's like I was there for that reason, is that people start to look at you differently as well. And I had the same happen to me here when I was playing in Melbourne. I had sciatica, I had hamstring issues, but I knew how to fix it. And so mentally you become stronger from the experience and you know how to fix it. But when you're away from home and you have to deal with that yourself, man, I was staying up for all hours, just waiting to Skype mum and dad and say, look, I don't know what's going on. Like I was freaking out. I was so anxious. I was desperate. There was literally nothing I felt I could do. But if I like went out and had a kick by myself or warmed up or whatever, I felt fine. I could sprint. I could run. I was like, what is going on? So that kind of, it's like a mental battle with yourself, you know?
It's funny.
To go through that. Yeah, sorry.
No,
to go through that, and then when you come back, it's like that experience. If I didn't go and play overseas, I would have never had it. Because even playing here, if I had a similar injury or if I had a sciatica or whatever it was, even it would never have lasted 5 months because you've got so much support network. Whereas my only support at that time was me.
Yeah.
Sorry, Colin.
No, it's funny that you say that because it's one of those things that we share in common.
Yeah.
One of those experiences because I was very much the same in that if wherever I was overseas, the comfort that I always had in the day was speaking to mum and dad, right?
Yeah.
Like whatever it was, if it was for half an hour, whatever it was, it always made me feel good, whatever the situation.
Yeah.
When I first went to Spain for a trial, I was sorting my phone out, and I was just a mess, right? Like with the SIM and all the rest of it, you know what it's like.
Yeah, 100%.
And I had no contact for about 2 days, right? And I know that sounds like nothing, but I was young, and like not being able to even, like I had to go into a cafe to connect to Wi-Fi to just message them, but it was always at the wrong time, and I could never like catch up with mum and dad.
Yeah.
And to me, like it was
Because do you know when it's nothing? If you lose your phone for 2 days and you're in Melbourne,
a big deal.
yeah, because you can still speak English.
Yeah.
Everyone speaks English.
Correct.
You're not looking for the person that speaks English.
Exactly.
You're not having to go to someone specific. You're not, and as well at that time when you're in that country, there's only like 3 or 4 options that you actually know. As soon as you come off that beaten path, it's a new world again. So yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying. And with the Sims, oh man, I've been caught out bad.
I know, man,
I was just like, done with this Sim. I'm just going to use my Australian one.
No, don't do
Found
that.
out when I came back.
No, don't do that. But it's funny as well because as hard as it was, you crave training
Yeah. Yep.
because for an hour and a half, 2 hours, 2 hours and a half,
Yeah.
nothing else matters. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Everyone's there to do the same thing. Everyone's on the same page. You're there to play football.
100%.
And, it really got to that point where I was just can't wait for training. Let's go. Because I don't have to worry about not being able to speak to mum
Yeah.
and dad and all the rest of it.
Well, you don't think about it.
No, you don't.
So
You
true.
just
Like
worry about the
all
ball.
those worries and everything leave you.
Mm.
And then after training, you come back and it starts again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But no, that is something that you're exactly right. Like, how do you explain that to someone? And I think that's why bringing back, like, if we can bring this full circle, this conversation. There's nothing here. I'm just doing this. It's how I speak. It could be the Italian in me.
Yeah.
But to bring it back full circle is that if you are truly passionate about it, when you face these obstacles, when you have these issues, when you're away from family, it doesn't matter.
No.
Because you're literally hanging out for the next time we train. And if you're not training, then you go do something by yourself with the ball, you know? And I think that's where you find that solace in those moments.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely. I think that's like we were talking about before is when, we were a kid, we were saying when you dream of like, you try and recreate a goal or you try and do something. I think you have that feeling that it's very hard to describe. Like we all have been there, but when you're really in love with the game and you feel like, you're just on top of the world, you know that the game you're playing because you love it, because you can go out, you're having a bad day, you get the ball, you kick against the wall, and then, it starts to come back. And I think that's when, like you said, in these moments, when things get tough, you go to training and you're like, all right, let's get a good training session under my belt. And then slowly your confidence builds. You're enjoying. And it gets you through these moments. But when people are there for the wrong reasons, I think this is when inevitably you're going to just give up.
But you also, I feel like you'll never make that risk.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the risk for you is too great. And in a way, like I've never wanted to do anything else more.
Oh, of course.
Like I always had to be with a football, whether it's coaching, whether it's doing street football, futsal, whether it's football, 7-a-side. Doesn't matter what it is. On sand, beach, it doesn't matter. I just wanted to be with the football, and I wanted that to be my source of income. I wanted that to be my life. I wanted my experiences to come through that. The quote Ronaldinho has where he goes, I've learned all about life with the ball at my feet. Yeah. It's not just Ronaldinho doing that.
No.
Anyone who decides to go on that journey, it doesn't matter what you're doing either. If you're an artist, if you're a musician, if you're you can learn all about life with a guitar in your hands.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of thing, but it's that commitment that I don't want to do anything else. And the risk and reward is far outweighed. And so therefore you just continue on that path.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think, you're spot on. Like, I think the most important thing is to fall in love with the ball. I think, Matty, you can shed some light on this as well. When we got back from Europe, we were hit hard mentally. You know what I mean? Because we've put our whole life into
100%.
something, and for whatever reason, it didn't work out. And then it's like, all right, now what?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're left with nothing, basically. This is another thing that no one really talks about, right? Because we're supposed to make it. Hang on.
Yeah.
What happens when you don't make it, right? So, I mean, look, we suffered pretty greatly mentally,
Yeah,
and you know
100%.
it hurt us a lot. And then like at the time you're like, nah, I hate football. I hate it now. That's it. It's over. I hate the game and all the rest of it. But when you strip it back, it's got nothing to do with the game really.
Yeah.
You know, it's all the crap that comes with it. You know, solely you do love the ball because I remember thinking back to that time and I could still go out and have a kick and really enjoy myself.
Yeah.
And that's what made me think, hang on a sec. It's not the ball that I hate. It's all the other stuff that comes with it. You know?
Yeah, sure.
And I'm sure there's millions out there. And actually, you know what I'm going to say? Like, if there's anyone listening, that, you know, has gone through a similar...
share your story.
Yeah, let us know, man. Where all he is.
Because our last 20 minutes is we call it questions or comments under or whatever it is. So where we, you know, would like to turn to the live
But
stream.
also for anyone like struggling, you know, like we've been through it. So if you want to reach out.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Was your dream, actually touching on this, was your dream to be a professional futsal player, or was it, or before that, did you want to play outdoor professionally?
No, I wanted to play outdoor. I want to play outdoor. I mean, look, it may be different for people growing up in different environments, different countries, because there's different setup.
Of course, yeah.
But when I was 9 years old, you know, I saw my cousin playing. I wanted to play football. I played football till I was 26. I played futsal alongside that from pretty much the age of 15, and then properly when I was like 18, 19, I started to play for state teams, etc., etc. And I pushed and pushed and pushed for opportunities in outdoor football, and they just didn't come. You know, whether you're good enough, whether you don't have the opportunity, whether you don't have the opportunity to be told that you're not good enough, that all aside, I started to get opportunities in futsal. And obviously street football and what I was putting on social media, things started to happen, FIFA Street, stuff like this. So my path kind of tended to push me that way. And I think as well with coaching, because I love coaching. And especially now, like if after this COVID period, if I get an opportunity to travel again, and I'm speaking with people, but if I get an opportunity to travel again, I will say that I want to do coaching as well. Because I think that's something like, man, on your downtime, like why not? You know, I think to be involved with community, to be giving something back, because obviously people need to understand as well, futsal, the only people making big money from the game are the ones playing in Spain, Falcao, Ricardinho, these kinds of guys. But everyone after that always tries to have a clinic, a camp, a holiday, something, you know, an academy. So I think you always have to keep giving back to the sport. Yeah. But yes, it was football. But it's just where my path took me, and I think that's. I know, sorry, I'm going on a bit now, but
that's fine.
But that there was like I was just relentless. I didn't want to give up. You know, I was like, if someone gave me an opportunity, like for instance, when I went and played in Argentina, the way that happened was we played at a tournament in Cairns. There was an Argentinian team there, and they said, look, if you can get yourself to Argentina, then we look after you for 3 months. Great. So I paid for the flight. You know, but then I went and had that experience. And we're, you know, like I've told you, like the culture where we're waking up at 2 a.m, going to play games, we're training during the day, we're, you know, playing on the weekends, we play the tournament, travel and play tournament. Like there's stuff you can't recreate, you know. You're not going to have that if you just stay here.
Yeah. Definitely. I wanted to ask you, Matty, because I think your story is a little bit different after football. Like I'm still playing and involved in the game, but you sort of took a different way, I guess. Do you want to?
Yeah, so I don't play football anymore outdoor, but I was a bit like Ali as well. Like, so when everything was sort of settled in, and I was like, I was honestly like devastated. You know, like you sort of like now, what do you do with your life? You know what I mean? Because like for me, I was a kid too. Like, didn't really like school. I was always obsessed about football. Like, you know, I always just wanted to play football. That's it. That's all I wanted to know. So then when things sort of stopped, it was almost like I don't want to know it. You know, well now, and that's a funny thing that you say that. As we get older, I start to look at things in a different perspective, and I realise that it's not the actual game, because I know that now, like, you know how people can go to the gym, yeah? Like, for example, they switch off, they go now at the gym. For me, even at this age, I'm at my most happiest, and I don't like going to the gym. I'd rather go in the backyard and have a session and be a kid again. You know what I mean? And just little things like that, they give me that feeling back, and I realise that, hang on, this game has given me so much and so much joy, you know what I mean? And then it's not actually the game that caused the disappointment. So I think I start to look at things in a different way. And what was that?
That what you're talking about as well? That's the one thing that gets me through these lockdowns.
Yeah.
So like for the hour or the 2 hours that we're allowed, go to the park headphones in,
Yeah.
take the ball.
I think it's important.
And I go there, train by myself. I don't have to shoot at a goal either. If the goals are taken, I just use the wall, dribble, tricks and skills, do all the things that I love doing.
100%.
You know, and I can be there for an hour and a half.
And it's made me realise even more because of, obviously, you boys know that I've had the foot surgery and I haven't been
Yes.
able to play. And now I've been sort of playing again and starting in the backyard. And honestly, I feel like a kid again. Like, it's unbelievable that I love like other people to understand this feeling, but it's hard if you haven't experienced it. But I know you boys have. But it really is something special, you know?
I also want to touch on something here. So, for those of you who don't know, me and Maddie went overseas together. At one stage, we were trialing together and all the rest of it. Obviously, we're best mates. And I just remember one day Maddie coming up to me and saying, "Listen, Ali, I can't do this anymore. Like, for me, it's over for me."
Wow.
And I mean, personally, that was huge because I was living with my best mate. Life was good, I thought. Like, you know, when you're over there, it's day to day. You never know what tomorrow's going to bring, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So then to hear that from Maddie, it was like another like wake up call sort of thing. But I wanted to ask, I don't think I've ever actually asked you.
Yeah.
What was the moment that made you, I don't know, realise or made you make that decision? And
For me, I
and come
think
home?
it was like I always was quite open, optimistic, always believed. And then as our time went on overseas, it was a lot of like, you know, this is going to happen, that's going to happen, and then it sort of doesn't happen, and then you sort of get led on. And then I sort of we got to that age where we're like, man, like we're sort of getting like old, you know, for like we're going to have to be into a first team soon. I'm not making money at this stage. I need to start living, you know. And then I think with all the other like false promises, and then just living sort of not knowing what's going to happen, and I gave so much to this sport, and like I, you know, sacrificed so much, and it was almost like it wasn't the fact that like I was homesick or anything. It was more because like in Italy we feel at home, we were comfortable, but it was the fact that I almost got to the point where I'm like, oh, I don't understand, like why is it playing out like this? Like, you know, I've given so much, like all this work. And it gets to the point where I'm like, man, I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm not happy anymore. You know what I mean? I don't enjoy going to training anymore because there's so much other like things that people don't see in the background that you're getting a trial here. You go there, oh no, he said no. But it's like, man, what am I doing here then? Like I'm training, I'm trying to get a contract somewhere, it doesn't work out. And in the end, I honestly took a flight back, and I was just like, if the year when I came back, I was just like, it was like I was a zombie. Like I was just walking around, like almost like life's over. And that's the thing that I don't think people understand, that the sacrifice and that's what annoys me when like I hear people say like, you know, about like they're privileged, they're this, they're that. Yeah, they're privileged, but I can guarantee you 99% of the people don't have the balls to put themselves through what these guys put themselves through. And mentally and tough and everything. And that's why I think sometimes they got to understand that professionals, there's a lot more behind what you see and then the Lamborghinis, the Ferraris. So that's something that annoys me.
Well, I think like Ronaldo talks about it quite a lot.
Yeah.
But when he went from his home to Madeira, from Funchal to Madeira, when he changed from his local club to Sporting, for the first year he cried every night.
Yeah.
You know, and he was 12 years old.
100%.
So, like, not that I think you have to do that, not that you have to put yourself in that position,
no,
but like
part of
that's when you're 12. That's not a good time.
But yeah, anyway, I could speak
you
about
can go
these
on and
things
on.
for ages, but we'll cut to a break and then we'll get to the fun stuff in the final segment. JR boys.
Are you looking to change your destiny in life? Be your own boss? Start your own business? If you are, you need people who understand your needs and are committed to helping you make it happen. At DKP & Co Chartered Accountants, we are more than just accountants. We are business advisors, taxation consultants, and strategists that specialise in setting up businesses. We understand the client and give them the very best customised advice and strategies to achieve their goals. Visit our website dkpco.com.au or give us a call today on 03 9023 9370. Fast, proactive, personal. That's DKP & Co Chartered Accountants.
Buying your electricity from the big energy companies is now the most expensive way to power your home. In fact, the average electricity bill in Australia has more than doubled in the last 15 years. But not for the ones who went solar. Unlike like your electricity bill, the price of solar has actually come down. And there's also government rebates available. So what are you waiting for? Join the 2 million households already saving hundreds of dollars every year. See how much your roof could be making you at solarpowerco.com.au. Go solar and get $500 cash back with the Solar Power Co, Australia's most trusted solar brand. solarpowerco.com.au.
Since 1998, Lanco Group has been providing superior civil engineering solutions and advice to developers, local government and service authorities across Australia. Lanco Group is known for delivering sustainable, efficient solutions. By working closely with clients, Lanco Group is able to meet the complex infrastructure requirements for residential, commercial and industrial developments on time, on budget. Find out more at lancogroup.com.au. Lanco Group, your business partner for engineering solutions.
We are more than engineers. We are more than project managers. We are more than surveyors. We are more than infrastructure specialists. We are more than planners. So, who are we? We are problem solvers, providing the highest quality service and results. We are a team of skilled professionals focused on customer needs and outcomes. We are 23 years of industry experience, adhering to the highest safety standards. We are Melbourne, and we are right across Victoria. We are the Lanco Group, your business partner for engineering solutions. Lanco Group. We are more than you realise, and we are ready to partner with you.
Listening to Calcio Talk on FNR, Football Nation Radio.
Welcome back. So let's get on to some fun stuff now. All right, Ale, you've been holding this in the whole episode.
No, you know, it's funny.
Let it all out.
Yeah, no, always around this time of the year, the infamous 2006 penalty, non-penalty, Australia versus Italy. It always comes up for some reason. I don't know why. Whether it be on the World Game or it just always comes up.
Yeah, you're right.
Somehow, one way or another.
Didn't you say you're watching the Olympics and it came up?
And it came up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how is this possible?
Yeah.
How is it possible 15 years later we're still going on about this?
How is it possible that people still don't understand the rule?
I don't know. So let's go through the room now. Was it a penalty?
100%.
Let's go through the room now.
Was it a penalty? Yes, it was.
I believe it was a penalty.
Was it a penalty?
Was it a pen?
Do you think it was a pen?
Of course it was a penalty.
There you go.
There we go.
It was.
There we
You
go.
get taught at
100%.
9 years old.
100%.
If a defender slides in the box, you fall over. As a defender, you get taught, stay on your feet. For me, Lucas Neill, he's got nothing up here. Airhead. Anyway.
So I guess we wanted to open it up a little bit.
Let's open it up. Let us know in the comments your thoughts.
Very open to discussion about the
we've had enough.
situation. But
Look, the thing is, as I'm attacking player, definitely.
Oh.
Yeah. You've never seen anything on my Instagram about block tackles. So as an attacking player, if someone is going to try and slide to win the ball, they need to make sure they're going to win it. Otherwise, I am drawing a foul for my team.
of course you are.
Because that's a team player.
100%.
You have to be, if you have to be willing to take a kick, then they're going to be willing to take a foul.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
That's it.
It's intelligence, but...
Of course. I actually thought it was like, you just, look, okay, number one, you don't lie on the floor in the box. And number two, I thought it was very intelligent from Fabio Grosso.
Look, we're talking World Cup football, yeah?
Yeah, of course.
You're telling me...
And
Big fees.
it could also be back when the World Cup was probably more important too.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. You're going to win your nation the match into the next round. You're telling me not going down.
I'm sorry.
Are you joking?
I'm sorry, but I would even go as far as, like, not cheating, but if I had to do something a little bit If it's for my country, I'm doing it, man.
Actually, I'm going to throw a little spice
I
in
don't
here.
think cheating's
It's not
not
cheating.
the word. It's
For
not the
me,
word.
diving's not cheating. Diving's part of the sport. It's not diving.
No, it's not
being
diving.
intelligent.
It's not diving.
It's recognising
It's
contact
drawing a foul.
and
exactly.
Because
falling
diving
over.
is something different. Diving's when you just fall over and you've not been touched.
Yeah,
That's something different. That's something different.
And I think
Ali, someone said a joke on there?
Yeah, we've got Adam, Lucas Neill better than Paolo Maldini.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I've won 3
Okay.
Ballon d'Ors as well, Adam. There you go.
We've got Rock. Can't believe that we're still talking about this. Get over it. It's a penalty. Yeah, of course.
Listen, I'll put a bit of spice on this chat,
I wanna
okay?
hear
Because I'm going to
some
flick the
voice.
switch.
Yeah, all right,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
go.
Because there's incidents like that where the penalty is called, and now obviously there was massive disdain and people were in uproar
Yeah.
over the Giorgio Chiellini grabbing the shirt.
Yeah.
Now,
Wait. Go keep going. I'll
Now.
take a photo for this.
with Giorgio Chiellini grabbing the shirt, okay, me as an attacking player, I look at that because I can remove myself, right? Yes, I want Italy to win, but I can remove myself emotionally from a situation.
Yep.
If I look at that, I say that's a red
I
card.
say it's not.
Nah, it's
Because if you grab, what is that? What is that
Look at
you're showing? What is
2
that?
defenders back.
Okay. Wow, you just snapped my neck there getting up. Okay. So you think two
Not a red
defenders
card.
back, right? But
not. You almost took out the.
Sorry, boys.
that's
I'm gonna get that off my chest.
that incident there,
I mean, no risk.
Saka
Yeah?
is gone.
Nah, no
not a
chance.
chance.
He's super
man.
quick.
Bonucci's coming
He's
back.
super quick. Bro, Bonucci has like 50 pace, man.
Dude,
Come
Lorenzo,
on.
he's got to beat Donnarumma, best keeper in the world.
Listen, remove yourself from being Italian for a second.
No, I am.
Honestly, Danny, look where
Look
he's
at the
on
situation.
Look at that.
Okay, but it's a yellow.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
yellow.
yellow.
It's a yellow.
100%.
100%.
That's a smart yellow for me. That's it.
Professional
foul. Yeah, 100%. Yellow card.
He's tugged his shirt. Doesn't matter
100%.
where, whether it's
But a
around his
foul
neck
like
or down the
this-
bottom. He's tugged his shirt. That's
A
it.
foul
100%.
like this, you have to, if you want that to be a red card, then you have to be happy with Lucas Neill's penalty.
Nah, different.
Different scenarios.
No. I'm saying Fabio Grosso wins the penalty.
Oh yeah,
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
No,
100%.
I agree that that's a yellow card. 100%. I'm not saying
Yeah.
you should have got away with it, but
Because defenders do things like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Defenders do things like
100%,
that.
of course.
So that's why if they go down in the box, lay on the floor, that's our chance.
Yeah.
As an attacker.
As an attacker.
Talking for
100%.
team
Right.
attack, that's your chance.
Yeah.
Agree.
What are we saying? Someone's going to say something there about Chiellini for sure.
No.
Emilio
Emilio
I'm waiting for Emilio.
Emilio said,
Emilio,
why is it a red card?
What? Sorry?
Emilio said, why is it a red
Why is it
card?
a red card?
Why is it a red card?
Yeah.
Well, it's also assault, but anyway. She just grabbed his shirt, pulled his shirt.
So he's teaching the young fella a bit of discipline.
Pulling the shirt, bro. He didn't even play the ball because like there's a lot of things there, right? It's over aggression. It's pulling the shirt. He's past him, like he actually grabbed him from the back. It's not like you're pulling from here, okay?
Yeah.
If you're grabbing the jersey, because then those have been called penalties as well in the box. Depending now, yeah. We're in the world of VAR. In the world of VAR,
yeah.
that's a red card. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Emilio. I know. Look, I'm very happy Italy won. I know you're very happy that Italy won. I seen the Note Magiche in the Fiat, but it's just a red card. It's a red card. All right. If someone does that to me in a game, bro, I'm turning around asking for these.
Nah, I'll
Give
be
me
honest
these
with
ones.
you. If someone done it to me in a game, I'd be cut, but I could understand why he did it. I could understand why he did it. Because, and at the end of the day, it couldn't happen to a better nation like England.
Hey, did you read the rules before we come in here?
I'm not
Did you
being
read the
racist,
rules?
Just, you need to learn to be humble, all right?
No,
The rules are bent. Don't worry, boys. When we're talking smack about England, then we're talking great about Italia.
There we
We can
go.
bend the rules as much as we
What's
want.
your name? Josh.
Nick,
What's
get
your name?
Josh on.
Nick. Hey, Nick's a permanent on this show now.
Hey, it's all right.
He's our man.
It's all right.
Nick,
I've
you're
got
full
you,
time.
boys. Don't
Full
worry.
time, eh?
Nick's the
Full-time.
DJ now. Nick's the MC. He's in. We'll get you a hoodie.
We'll sort you out, Nick. Don't worry, next week. All
He's
good,
getting
Nick.
geared up in all cultural clubs. What are we talking about?
No,
I was going to be fired up, boys.
No, but let's go back to Fabio Grosso
Yeah, alright, let's go.
and Lucas Neill, the tackle.
About the, you want to say something about the commentators as well? Didn't you hear it last night or something?
About
Telling
the-
me about
Talking
the
about- yeah.
disgraceful commentating in the
Oh,
Olympics.
that's a whole different issue.
Yeah, but I want to talk about that now.
Oh, you want to talk?
Because we've talked enough about the incident, so let's go on to
We're
that.
getting it all out, yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
No. I just heard a bit of a comment, and it sort of went out around on A-League memes as well, which is always that's when you know you've done something. No, it was in the Matildas game with the goal. I don't know if you saw the goal. It was a massive deflection.
Yeah,
and a bit of a
bad
keeper
goalkeeping,
error.
yeah.
Yeah.
The one that Matilda's copped
Yeah,
against
it's
Sweden.
Sweden.
Yeah, with the
next
bounce.
game,
Yeah.
Finish, bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, the finish after that was
finish, huh?
excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Turn
great
your body
finish.
that way, 100%. But just a comment from the commentators after that. I was so upset that I had to change the channel because
Brenton Speed, what have you done?
No, it wasn't Speedy.
Oh, it wasn't Brenton.
It wasn't
Jesus,
Speedy.
For once.
The comment was along these sort of lines. It was, if you're not sure of the block, that you're going to make a block.
Oh,
so
as a
blocking the
defender?
shot as a defender,
Yes.
you shouldn't block at all.
But then you just let it go.
Emilio saw this one as well.
Yeah, so basically what she was saying was you're better off just letting the attacker shoot straight past you and just watching her shoot rather than trying to get a leg in the way.
Well, then it goes top bins.
Well, I just couldn't. It just didn't. I don't know.
Emilio, what's your opinion on this?
I think I lost brain cells after that, honestly. I just had to turn it off.
Because you've got to try and block, don't you?
Of course you do. It's your job.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, maybe it doesn't come
Yeah.
off or whatever. It might hit. Like, you just sort of took a massive deflection, right?
Look.
But that's the risk. You're trying to defend the goal, yeah?
Neither of us here are goalkeepers. But
I'm
what's
not-
the
it's the first
first
time I like to
the
keep-
first rule you're always told when you are defending, when the ball comes in? What's the first rule?
What is it, from across?
No, from a cross, from a ball in the air, from a
Win the ball.
but no bounce.
Oh, no bounce.
Oh,
yeah.
No bounce.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that, you know?
Yeah.
But was that the first, the keeper that was playing, was she the first keeper?
Yes, yeah. She was the first keeper, yeah. She's been playing very well. The keeper played very well.
yeah.
It's
I
like,
didn't-
mate,
I didn't watch much.
it's
No,
one mistake.
Nothing against that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No,
No,
100%.
But
I don't know how many players
they
there,
had
but-
to get to that ball, and actually, it happened for the Matildas in their it happened in their advantage against who did they play? They scored against late. It was, and they knocked them out to get into the
UK, I think.
against Sweden. Yes,
Oh, yeah,
Great Britain.
Yeah.
Where the ball came in, Sam Kerr controlled it, and the girl or the defender, instead of going to her, the centre back, she stepped back, and the ball went like bounced 2, 3, but like Sam got her balance back, and then great strike, you know, and that's what kind of then that momentum just spurred. It just went with the Matildas.
Yeah. No, I don't know. It just really.
Yeah.
Emilio reckons new
Yeah.
commentators.
I think you've got to try and block your shots. Definitely, you've got to try and block.
Of course you do. It's a no-brainer, isn't it? Anyway.
Anyway, we got any more?
Any questions there?
Here we go. Did you comment?
We got a new one.
New one?
Okay. That's the dumbest thing a commentator has said. You have to attempt to block the shot. Yeah, I agree.
Who said that?
Rocky Cheese Stromboli.
Rocky Cheese.
Rocky Cheese Stromboli. You sound like a
Shut him
fat
out.
pizza character.
Shut me up. nah, he's a good bloke. Good bloke.
Is he? Yeah.
Top
Okay.
bloke, top
I'll
bloke.
take that
Yeah.
back, Rock. No worry.
Anyway, do you want to discuss about what's coming up?
Yeah.
We
So
let it out of the bag yet?
Yeah, you might want to get that in this time because last week it
yeah,
didn't
we
happen.
didn't get in. So from backing up the success of our World Cup 06 goal remakes we made at Kilo Park.
We even recreated the penalty as well. If you want to go check it out.
Yeah, Lucas Neill, how you going?
He didn't reply to me. I tagged him, but
Yeah, no, of course not. No, yeah. So we're gonna step it up a bit. Get all the kits on, all the rest of it. Do the Euro goal remake. We'll put it on YouTube and everything. Everyone have a laugh. But yeah, hopefully in the next couple of weeks we'll get it out there. There's a few people I'm pretty excited about that actually.
I had a few DMs over the past week.
So,
they'll be
yeah.
out soon.
About Euro goal remakes.
Yeah.
So they'll be
Tell
out
the
soon.
people about Football 24.
Yeah, so we just released a new sort of website where we basically blogs, updates, world news, obviously around football. We've got a good mate on board as well, Anthony Barbagallo. He's a awesome guy. He's a journalist as well. So yeah, like obviously the podcasts go up there after they've been done. We post them up, write a little blog and all the rest of it. So check us out, football24.com.au. And yeah.
And on that note, it's been a very good show, boys. Hope to see you next week. And just a reminder, we are the champions of Europe. Catch you next week.
Ciao.
You're listening to Calcio Talk on FNR, Football Nation Radio.
We are more than engineers.